Hello everyone, welcome back to the Sunny League Alternate Series. And as you can see, it has been a very long pause since the last time I make a video of this. But either way, we found ourselves standing here for round number 6 here in Mugello. So as you can see here from the standings, it is Emerson Gomez still leading the way as he's won 4 out of 5 races that he's been absolutely dominant, and even the race that he did not win, he got second place. So as we see Sebastian Muller, the 6 times world champion, really have been quite in trouble to keep that streak. So let's see if he can turn things around for these final rounds, or will Emerson Gomez then take his first ever title in this series. Then we got Steven Halberg just a single point behind the German, with then Petru Kivimaki there in P4. Then we got Victor Lewis closing the top 5. As you can see, he finished now in P4 4 times in a row. Let's see if it's going to keep that streak or it's going to be finishing in a different result. As then we got here Lake Gibson in P6, but yeah, Flow Forces have been struggling, but they believe that they can turn things around, as they believe they have improved their car and finally starting to understand these brand new regulations. So let's see how will things look like for them, as then we got Miklos Perez in P7, then Leon in P9, then you got Suarez and Bulatov closing the top 10. Yeah, then we see here it is the Constructors Championship. We got LSA still leading since the first rounds, but they're only 8 points ahead of FGR, so FGR definitely been giving them a very good fight here. And then you got SCP isolated, Nordic Thunder also, same with Flow Force and even Rapid Racing team. But then we got Lynx Racing just managing to overtake Russo British Racing, now being just 3 points ahead of them. And then we got Black Blizzard and then VEO there in last place. So before we get ourselves into the qualifying session, we have to look into some of the news here, as we got Russo British Racing announcing a brand new rebranding. As you might know, with the start of the war on Ukraine, Russo British Racing, they saw that this name is probably not a good idea to still keep it, as they do not want to be associated with Vladimir Putin, and so they decided to change their name now to Heritage Performance, so the old name that they had back in Season 5, so it's going to be returning. They also going to be changing their team colors, going from the green to grey, to now going for the this sort of dark red and white colors. Now, as you may see here, there have been also some livery changes. We see 4 different teams that have decided to change their livery now for the second half of the season. Obviously, Russo British Racing will be one of them, as they now changed their name to Heritage Performance, and as you can see, they went from this green and grey to now going for this dark red and white, as we already mentioned. And then we see Flow Force pretty much not exactly changing the colors all that much, but we do see that addition of cyan blue pretty much now being more dominant in the livery alongside the pink. Then we got now Black Blizzard, which will now be known as Nordic Blizzard, now going from the black, white and blue to now going from just blue and white. And we see also that little snowflake at the back that looks pretty cool. Then we got Nordic Thunder pretty much keeping the same livery, but with different colors, as we see. Instead of the black and red, now it is blue and white. So you may have seen Nordic Thunder and Nordic Blizzard now look quite similar, but hopefully we should be able to distinguish them on the track. And yeah, the good news though is that Nordic Thunder is no longer going to be too similar to Lynx Racing, so we should be able to tell those apart much easier now. So that's it, and let's then get ourselves into the qualifying session. Alright, so qualifying is now underway, as we then looking to finally start the second half of Season 7. And so let's see who's going to be able to put himself up there at the end of this qualifying session. So as we see right here, we got Sebastian Muller looking pretty fast with Suarez there in second place, but let's see who's going to be up there on provisional pole as we got Sebastian Muller, and I think he's going to be the one. As we see Suarez in second place, and it is Victor Lewis tied with Maxwell for second place. So, yeah, amazing stuff here as we got Grenier in P5, and yeah, we got Ferenzi down in P14. Gomez, the championship leader, is down in P10 at the moment, and then we also got Hallberg down in P18. So, yeah, big changes here. We got Garcia actually. Oh, I don't think she improved, but we see some improvements here on this second lap. Got Gomez now in P7, so he did improve on this lap here. And yeah, then you got Luis now down in P4. Ooh, it is Hallberg now up into third place. Sebastian Muller here in the lead with Hallberg now in second place on track, but let's see how will their lap times look like. Can they improve or not? Muller with a disastrous lap, but now we got Sven Hallberg with the banger there as he puts himself on provisional pole. The very strong lap, and we got Zitek up into third place, and we got Kivimaki, and then Suarez closing the top 5. As then we got still Grenier up there with Garcia in P7. Gomez is down in P11. Now we see then here Novak and Frederiksen, they are the first to try and improve, and they managed to do it. I think at least one of them did, as we got Novak up into P6, so good lap there. Then we have here Sebastian Muller trying to go for his last try, and he cannot really improve. And as we see, we got now some drivers here about to finish their laps here. Yeah, not really that many improvements as things have sadly stagnated, but it is now the final lap of qualifying here. Let's see, we got Gomez down in P12, he definitely needs to improve. But Muller will be the one to take the checkered flag. Can he still beat Hallberg or not? And not really, so Hallberg currently still on provisional pole. Can someone steal it on the final lap here? As we got now just looking into the results, and I saw someone improving. I think it was Ferenzi maybe. So let's then have a look into the starting grid here today. So as you can see right here, it is Sven Hallberg starting on pole position with then Sebastian Muller starting alongside, and then got Zitek with a very good qualifying here in third place, and then got both from Nordic Thunders in P4 and P5, and then we got Bulatov there in P6, followed by Novak with Roman Grenier. Then we got Garcia in P9 with Maxwell closing the top 10. Then on the 6th row we got Victor Lewis followed by Carlos Leon, and then we got both SLS7 qualifying quite poorly here for Rezi and Gomez, and we got Godfrey followed by Dave Gibson, and we got Silvio with Ribeiro, then it is Frederiksen and Oliver Mullen starting on the final row here. So let's then get ourselves into the race. 51 laps here in Mugello. Alright, here we go then. As the second half of the season is underway, as we got Sven Hallberg leading us the way here with Muller in second place, definitely not having a good start, but still keeping second place. Zitek still keeping third, as we got a bit under pressure there from the Nordic Thunders, but now we see Suarez now taking P4. As then we got Bulatov now down in, still there in P6, just following the Nordic Thunders there, as we got Muller now looking a little bit slow, those hard tires. As we got Zitek already trying to get past him as they go now side by side, but Muller still managed to defend pretty well. But let's see now, Zitek once again now just trying to go around the outside of the journey, but he got a lose to position instead. Now free actually, as we got Garcia with the flying start here now. She's up in P6, but actually P5. As then we got here Leon, followed by Frenzy and a few other drivers here at the back. We got Gomez just trying to improve, but he only gained one position since the start of this race. But as you can see now, starting on the soft tires, as we got him now getting easily past Grenier. Now he's up into P9. And then you got here Muller and Suarez now going still side by side with Kivimaki now right behind, as we see a lot of chaos right at the start. And now we got Leon here with Gomez now MP to P7, P8. No, it is P7 after all. As you now we see Zitek going defensive, but Gomez goes easily around the outside. Then we see Muller just losing some pace here. He's down now in T4. And now we got Gomez once again just looking really fast on those soft tires. It does make sense. The drivers really do manage to reach top speed on this track, so that might suggest that the softs might be the best tire here. But as we see, Albor gets a penalty. And he's down in P6 now. As we see, we still got some battling here for Renzi with Maxwell. And now he's gonna get past Muller. He goes up the inside as we see. Yeah, there he goes, the German just losing pace and position. This has pretty much been his trending this season. Just not having a good start, and then later on he starts to play the catch-up game. And he starts to get better pace, and he still managed to get a decent results, but oh my god, look at this, just a bit of a big pack here, 4 drivers. We got Garcia still ahead of her teammates, but now we see her just trying to overtake Zitek and Maxwell as well. Can the Spaniard do it? No, as we see Maxwell and Zitek still side by side, and now Gibson tries to go side by side with his teammate, and there you go, he managed to get past her. And we see Frederiksen now definitely having a good start after starting on the final row. You see him now try to go around the outside there with Grenier. Oh my god, there's still a lot of battling here in the midfield. And yeah, we got Gibson on the hard tires. As he tries to now get past Max, so can he do it around the outside? That's a beautiful move there. And yeah, look at Muller. We're now still losing some pace. Now we have Luis just trying to overtake him. But yeah, look at now Grenier. Rating P11, just trying to get past the Polish driver. Can he do it or not? Maybe not really, as Zitek still managed to defend, but just enough right at the end. He had to sort of force himself. Now we see here Bulatov just going up the inside of Garcia, and he managed to make the move there. So he goes up into P12. In the meantime, we see Zitek now looking to try and overtake Zitek. We also got Grenier right behind, but now here goes Zitek into the chicane. Now he gets himself up into P9, but yeah, Bulatov now definitely gaining some pace here, trying to get himself into this battle. As we also got the Frenchman just trying to get himself up the inside of the Scottish driver. Now he managed to do it. As we also now Gibson definitely losing some pace here. Ooh, look at Gomez. Look at him just gaining and gaining on Kivimaki, who still is the way despite being on the hard tires, which is very, very impressive, as his teammate now goes into the pits. But let's see now the Brazilian. Can he get himself into the lead? He goes up the inside once again, but he cannot do it. But now he should have the opening there, and he takes the lead of the race then. We got Hallberg right behind. But now Gomez goes into the pits. As we got some huge battles here. We see Novak, Maxwell, and Godfrey here. Just trying to battle a bit, as then we got Novak to go up the inside of the English driver. In the meantime, we also see Halbert now trying to overtake Kivimaki here. As yeah, before Gomez pitted, he was definitely getting closer. As we got also Gibson with Bulatov now, he goes through the left side, and that was an easy move for him. So we see then Gibson going through Bulatov. Now we got Gomez right behind the Russian, trying to also find a way past there. And can he do it? He goes up the inside, and they go side by side once again. But now Gomez, through he goes into P8. And now we got Novak and Luis. Oh my god, look at that! Luis is going through the middle. They're so managing to squeeze himself ahead, and now he goes for an overtake on Vermeulen. And up he goes into P10. As we got Grenier also battling Ferenczi here. It's great in P5, but obviously we saw some drivers pitting already. As we got Gomez now just trying to make a double overtake, and he managed to do it. Up into P6 right now. As we got more drivers pitting, it is his teammate actually, Ferenzi. Looks like Muller is now starting to gain some pace, and as you can see now, he managed to now overtake Hallberg. He gets himself up into second. But we also got Kivimaki now pitting from the lead, so let's see if Gomez managed to actually get a gap or not. Because otherwise he might just be in big trouble. Whereas we see he does manage to get the undercut done. But it does feel like maybe the distance could have been bigger. But it is still some distance actually. And yeah, then Lewis now gets himself up there with Kivimaki. Look at Maxwell, he goes up the inside of Ribeiro. It was quite an easy overtake, as we got also Frederiksen. But yeah, main thing here is that Maxwell also has not pitted just like the Portuguese driver. But Frederiksen has pitted and now he's just losing time behind that HP, but now he managed to easily get past him. Took him a while though, as we see Ferenzi on fresh tires. Right now just going up the inside of Suarez. In the meantime we see Hallberg just coming out of the pits, and look at him now, just down in P11. He was in third place before the driver started to pit, so Kivimaki is now gaining some time on Grenier here. And now there he goes, up into P4, easy overtake, as we got some drivers pitting still. As yeah, then we got here, it's Gibson battling the Heritage performances there, but there goes into P11. Then we see this little civil war here between Bulatov and Maxwell. They definitely need to swap positions as they are in complete different strategies there. And can Bulatov still pass him? And no! Oh my god, that definitely was not great. Or with the Russian license. Instead he had to get a neutral one because of this war between Russia and Ukraine. But yeah, we see then him in P12. Then we got Frederiksen against Gibson. Gibson definitely on much better tires, so he cannot really afford to lose the position there to the NBZ, but he managed to get himself still ahead. As in the meantime, we got some battles in the lead. Here's Lewis versus Gomez with Kivimaki right behind. Still 4 seconds behind though, as we got Lewis just trying to dive himself into the lead, and now he managed to do it. Look at the difference in pace, he's just flying like a rocket ship here. As here he goes, now he goes up the inside of Suarez. Can he do it or not as he goes in? Up the inside once again. And now he managed to do it. Up into P5 he goes. Look at Ferenzi there. Oh my god, he gets squeezed out by Suarez. Just trying to catch up to other drivers here as he has the fresher tires. But now we see Ferenzi with the overtake. In the meantime, I think Leon is now got overtaken by Muller. So Muller gets himself up to P4 or third place now, as his teammate actually waited to pitch just now. Meantime, we see Garcia with Bulatov. She goes up the inside. Hallberg right now just trying to overtake Suarez. Can he finally pass him or not? As we see him now gaining some speed through the left side. Can he get the overtake done or not around the outside? And yes, he can. So he gets himself up to P6, but Suarez still fighting back though. Look at him. Just trying to pick up the slipstream. She now can try and make a move now. It's just not really close enough there. But yeah, that's one of the turns where they can lose a lot of time with tire wear. But now we see Ferenzi getting himself ahead of Leon. And then we see the STP is probably going to swap positions, I believe. Is that what's going to happen? I think it will. So Hallberg then gets a free position from his teammate. As we see now, Suarez is trying to take this chance to get past him as well. As he has fresher tires actually, so let's see, can he do it or not there? And no. In the meantime, we got Hallberg now just trying to overtake Ferenzi there, and he managed to do it. Nicely done there. With Gibson now just trying to get past Suarez, who is not able to overtake Leon. But now let's see, yeah, there he goes, Gibson then. With very fresh tires here, let's see if that's going to work well for him or not as he goes. Right now he's going to be a little bit patient though. Ooh, but now we got Leon then diving into the pits. But now they cannot really get distracted because we see now Suarez is getting past him, but he does not have the tires to keep the position. In the meantime, looks like Muller is taking the lead of the race. We absolutely missed that, but yeah, we see Muller just trying to get his championship back. In the meantime, we got Lewis and Gibson. There goes Lewis. Just looking to catch the Scottish driver here. Can he do it or not? Just not able to find a way past. But now can he get inside there? Is he gonna try once again? He gets a little bit slowed down by the grass, but Gibson managed to keep it pretty well around the outside. And yeah, Lewis really struggling here. Now that he goes, he has the speed once again. And now it should be a much easier overtake, so he gets himself up into a P6 there. Garcia here now just trying to overtake Frederiksen. Not able to do so though, as we got Grenier right behind, maybe trying to benefit from this. But as we see now, Garcia is still able to defend, but Frederiksen though makes a little bit of a mistake there, and now Garcia managed to capitalize on that. But in the meantime, we see some drivers at the front actually pitting. We got Skivimaki and Hallberg there. As in the meantime, we see Lewis and Ferrezi battling each other, as Lewis now takes that provisional lead. But look at the Muller though. He had pitted for the second time in. He absolutely outsmarted the likes of Gomez and Kivimaki, for instance. Because now they've all pitted, and he has the track position and the distance as well. So things are just looking amazing for the German driver. Definitely looking for a comeback here in this second half of the season. To see if he can still make it 7 times in a row. But yeah, then he got Suarez and Bulatov. Yeah, that was a very easy overtake for the Argentinian. It looks like the FGR drivers are now battling each other there, or perhaps not really a battle. They just swap positions, and yeah, they are definitely very different strategies. Lewis definitely still has to pit once again, as we see Ferenzi now doing that. Should be his final pit stop, I believe. But people see as we still have this big battle here, freeway battle with Gibson right behind. So he definitely got to get himself involved there. And yeah, Bulatov now getting the short end of the stick. And now it's going to try and still get past Vermeulen though. We see Bulatov maybe trying to deploy some of that battery. But now as we see Vermeulen just tossed to the side as he definitely has no traction on those tires. And yeah, there he goes. He's get called into the pits. They have seen enough of those tires, just cannot go any further. In the meantime, we got Leons going side by side with Gibson. And it's interesting, we've definitely been seeing some good battles throughout the field here. But now here we go, Gibson up the inside there once again. Leons is trying to defend, but now Gibson has the inside. And he gets the position then into P9. Now Hallberg is behind Kivimaki. Let's see the Swedish driver, what can he do against the Finnish? As yeah, Kivimaki still keeping himself ahead. Hallberg just following him behind, but just not able to find a way past him. But now there he goes, he has the speed, that's this main stretch is definitely been very convenient for overtaking, and there he goes once again, he gets himself into P4. As we see, Gomez is going into the pits. He decides to make a third pit stop here. As he goes for the soft tires then to end this race. But look at him, he's going to be down in P7. Just ahead of Carlos Leon. With then Ferenzi and Gibson now going side by side, but Ferenzi has the inside line, so he managed to defend that pretty well. Now we got Gomez then ending just behind Lewis. And that was quite a huge undercut there from the Brazilian. But let's see now, can he get past the Canadian or not? Is Lewis still trying to fire up those tires as we see now? But Gomez now gets himself up the inside, and once again, is it going to be another overtake? Yes, so we saw how many times that corner is provided with a lot of overtaking. The Suarez is then in P4. And he's still out. I think everyone who stayed out so far is going to stay out until the end. So I don't think there's any doubts about that. But there he goes, Gomez. Then up into P4 he goes. But now it is a huge gap to Kivimaki in third place. As we see, it is 7 seconds of a gap. So we got now Luis and Suarez there. Luis goes up the inside. Can he make the move or not? Yes, he can. Ooh, look at the Hungarian here, just trying to gain some time now on Suarez. He goes up the inside there, and I think he can take P7. So nicely done. Then we got this freeway battle with Leon. Ooh, look at Gibson. He's very close to Grenier here. Can he go for a move up the inside? No, not really. Just not close enough. But we also got Grenier here in P8, just trying to go for an overtake there. And can he do it? We also got Gibson just watching all of this, trying to pick up the scraps if he can, as we got Grenier still on the inside. Gibson tried to make a move, but no. We have no changes of position at all, but maybe now we have one. We see Gibson up the inside of Suarez. Definitely just struggling on this final stint here. In the meantime, look at Sebastian Muller just finally getting himself back into the race wins. And here we go then, Muller wins the Italian Grand Prix after winning in Silverstone. And then we got Hallberg taking second, Kivimaki completing the podium. And then we see Gomez now down in P4, so far his worst result of the season. It is still a P4 finish. And now we got Grenier, look at him now finishing in P6. Amazing result for the Leeds Racing driver. Then we got Gibson P7 followed by Ferenzi. Then it is Suarez and Leon closing that top 10. Then we got Vermeulen followed by Garcia, Ribeiro, Lotov, Frederiksen. Then it is Novak in P17 followed in by Maxwell. Let's see him now finishing. And then we got Silvio. And then Godfrey, so the videos right at the bottom. So that pretty much covers the race results. And then it is Victor Lewis with the fastest lap. So that's pretty much it for this video, as I'm going to then leave you with the standings. And so we'll see you there till the next time in Streel. So goodbye.